Hey guys, Common Sense Outdoorsman here. I want to show you another knife, and this is another Uncle Henry, and there's not a lot of information on this knife. Uncle Henry is now under the American Outdoor Brands company. Um, so they have a website, and they own Schrade and Uncle Henry and Old Timer and those brands. And every time I come across a knife that I think is kind of new or want to find information on, and I go to their websites are really, it's just kind of weird. They don't represent the knives, excuse me, very well. And they just don't seem to market them very well. They seems like they need some help. This knife is not even on the Uncle Henry section of knives. It's not on there. There's some other new knives on there and things like that, but for some reason this knife's not on there, and it doesn't even have a name as far as I know. On the box, and I don't have the box with me. Um, there you can see Uncle Henry Schrade. Okay. And let's, since that kind of pops in there, let's skip real quick to this Staglon handle. I know a lot of people don't like Staglon, but I kind of really like it. That's why I keep getting these knives. It's fake stag. Uncle Henry calls it Staglon, and this is the next generation Staglon. It just caught my eye in the video lens, so look at that. Just a beautiful looking um, product. I like it anyways. I know some hate this plastic fake stag, but the next generation is lighter than the other one and more browns to it. And I don't know, I think it looks great. So, all right, get off that topic. Back to Uncle Henry. So, yeah, they need some help marketing their knives. This is only known as far as I can tell, see if you can see the number, the 1100034. And this is 7CR 17 MOV steel. And it keeps wanting to focus on my face. See if we can get it to focus on the blade. But yeah, okay. So this knife, obviously you can tell by looking at it, is a hunting knife. It's a Skinner knife. And again, I love this. It has that blade shape I like with that continuous curve all the way from the tip all the way towards the guard. Okay, it has that nice even continuous curve, which is great for skinning, great for working wood, and it's easy to keep sharp, very easy to sharpen. It is a hollow grind, as you can see that. They kind of, I think I've seen it advertised before as a trailing point. I'll let you decide that. A trailing point means the tip is up above or kind of trails where the spine is, but it's hard to judge that because it has this little ramp here. So I don't know, but it does have a swedge. They call it a trailing point, and it is made out of 7CR17 MOV steel. It does come with the leather lanyard, which I like. Lanyard hole there. The guard is nickel silver, so like a nickel silver bolster, and it does look like there's some kind of adhesive there between the bolster and the Staglon. Do I see a pin? I don't see a pin on this one, but it does look like there is some kind of sealant in there. Okay, so I really like this knife. Let me show you how it rides in the sheath. Okay, you've got your standard brown leather Uncle Henry sheath, which I like the looks of these sheath. It has a nice snap on there. It works good. Okay, these sheaths, what I do, I haven't done it to this one yet. This knife is new, but I'll give it a snow seal treatment. Try that. You'll like that on your sheaths. It'll keep it soft and keep this brown leather from cracking, but rides very nicely in that sheath. Give you a good look at the thickness. It's not a real thick knife. It's kind of Mora-esque in the blade thickness. I'm going to say it's about 0.11, 0.12 inches. It is less than 1/8 of an inch. There's the thickness of the handle. Not a overly thick handle. So this isn't the kind of knife, guys, that you're going to do a lot of heavy work with it. It does feel very comfortable in hand. I like the different, if you're skinning, you can choke up on it a little bit to skin. I do think it would make a great hunting knife because of that. The handle is really comfortable. I think they did a great job with that Staglon. Really good job. But it's not going to be one of those knives that you're going to put a lot of pressure on. The tip, if you can see that, is it's okay. It's fairly strong, but it does have some slightness to it. So you're not going to really pound on this knife. That's not what it's for. But I think, I mean, it just looks great in the sheath on the belt, don't you think? I think it does. I think it's just a great belt knife. Could be used as a food prep knife and other light tasks in camp. So I think I'm going to use this knife more often. I just really like the look of it. Okay, did it come sharp? It came really sharp. It's got a nice thin edge on it, so good for a skinning knife. Are you going to skin 3 deer in a row with this knife before it needs sharpening? No. 7CR17 is an okay steel. Seems to be heat treated fine. You know, keep in mind 17% chromium. Chromium is a carbide former. Okay, so it does have a certain hardness to it. I kind of like vanadium and molybdenum a little bit better in a knife, but this is just fine. But yeah, could you skin a deer with it? Yes. After you skin that deer, you're going to have to take it to a sharpener. So learn to sharpen your knives, okay? This 7CR17 MOV is really easy to sharpen. So guys, once you learn how to sharpen, and if you have a knife steel or find a knife that you like and it's not, you know, the longest lasting edge steel, and you know how to sharpen, you just don't care anymore. I can sharpen this up in a matter of a few minutes, good to go, no problem. So learn to sharpen your knives, okay? So yeah, you're not going to wail on this knife. We'll come down to my little stump here. Let's see, is that in the frame? Yeah. And definitely not a knife you're going to wail on. Doing different camp chores, making feathers, sure. It does have a nice edge to it. You put that lanyard out of the way. It does have a real fine edge, so it's not going to be any trouble making feathers, carving, very light bushcraft tasks, just general cutting tasks in camp. Certainly with this thin hollow grind, it's going to take care of your food prep tasks and things like that, no problem. But does it feather? Yeah, feathers pretty nicely. And like I said, the handle's not overly large. I like a larger handle. This one is slighter, but it's very comfortable in hand, so you can use it for a while. The guard just helps you kind of snug in there and get a good grip on the knife. So that helps out. Yeah, look at that. You can definitely make some nice feathers with this knife. When you make feathers, make them different sizes. You're going to need the small ones to first catch on fire. So yeah, then you can just cut them off. You got a nice little hunk of feathers there. How can you beat that? You can't beat that. So really good there. The tip, like I said, is not crazy strong. You're not going to go psycho on the tip, but I know that the 7CR17 is strong enough, so it'll do some tip work. Yeah, don't bore it in there. This is very loose wood. This is an old stump, but yeah, the tip will be just fine. Just use common sense. Oh, did I say that? Use common sense and you know, do the right thing with your knife. Primarily, this is a hunting blade. Okay, I'm not going to jam it in there and pull it over to the side. It could snap if I do that. Okay, but it does have the strength that a knife like this will need. So yeah, you're not gonna baton a lot of stuff with it. I'm just gonna kind of baton this little piece with my hand. I'm not even gonna use a baton. Let's see if I can do it with my hand. Yeah, just kind of push that down. So you can take care of your kindling with this knife. Not a problem. It's not a chopper. I'm not even gonna bother. Can you strike a ferro rod with this spine? Yes, you can. The spine is not crazy sharp on this knife. If you need it to be sharper, guys, just take care of that. It's easy to do. Use your file, go to a grinder, use your rotary tool, whatever it takes. Sharpen the area on that spine where you want to strike, and you can do it. This will strike as is. I would make it a little sharper though, okay, if I wanted to primarily use it to strike ferro rods. Yep, yeah, makes nice feathers. No problems at all. So yeah, guys, this is the Uncle Henry, and I'm going to call it the Skinner knife because that's what I would use it for. 110034. It's on. I got this on Amazon. It's about 24 bucks. You can't beat it for that price. Oops. It's tough to do this with the lanyard on there. There we go. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time. Oh, and by the way, guys, this knife is about 8.5 inches long, and the blade itself is about 4 1/4 inches, the cutting edge about 4 inches.